This is a second stimulus check update for Tuesday, October 20th. Today is the deadline for a stimulus deal to be made in order for us to get stimulus checks before Election Day. Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi had another 1 hour long conversation yesterday. I'll give you the details on what came out of that conversation. Mitch McConnell and the Senate Republicans are having a vote today and tomorrow for their new skinny stimulus package. We just got details on what's in the package, and there's actually some good things in there, and I'll give you some more other important updates in this video. Before we get started, I'm giving more cash to my subscribers to help out during these hard times, and I'll have more details on that down in the description below of how you could potentially win cash as well. I hope you're having a great day so far. So it was just confirmed that inmates are eligible for the CARES Act $1,200 stimulus checks. This is in reference to the first stimulus checks that went out. Originally, the IRS said anyone incarcerated couldn't get it. Then it went to court, Scholl versus Mnuchin, Scholl won. Therefore, inmates are now eligible for the $1,200 stimulus checks. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Should they be eligible? Yes, no, why? I would love to know your thoughts. So today is the deadline for a COVID deal, stimulus deal to be reached in order for us to get stimulus checks before the November 3rd election day. This is a deadline set by Nancy Pelosi a couple of days ago, originally supposed to be Monday night, but she then said it'll be Tuesday late during the day. So we've had many deadlines in the past and they were not met, and that's why we don't have any stimulus checks. So we'll see what happens. Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi did have another talk yesterday. They're going to have another talk today. What came out of it? So basically, they said progress was made in the stimulus talks. It seems that we're being told every day progress is being made, but yet nothing is getting done. Seems to be the theme in Congress nowadays. More specifically, what was said, the Speaker and Secretary Mnuchin spoke at 3 p.m. today for approximately 53 minutes. In this call, they continued to narrow their differences. The Speaker has tasked committee chairs to reconcile differences with their GOP counterparts on key areas. The Speaker continues to hope that by the end of day Tuesday, we will have clarity on whether we will be able to pass a bill before the election. The two principals will speak again tomorrow, and staff will continue to work around the clock. So Steve Mnuchin is still in the Middle East while he's having these talks. If a deal is not reached today, Tuesday, by the end of the day, most likely we're not going to have any stimulus checks before Election Day. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are we going to have a deal today? Yes or no? So the Republican senators are doubtful of Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi. A couple senators weighed in on what they think of the deal and what's going on. So Senator Roy Blunt, Republican from Missouri, said, if there is an agreement, I think we should try to vote before the election, but I am skeptical there could be an agreement. When asked about the $1.8 trillion deal, which is the White House deal that President Trump and Steve Mnuchin support, he said, you'd have to ask the whip. That is all pretty hypothetical. It depends on what is in it and how you spend it. Then onto the whip, which is Senator John Thune of Dakota, Republican. He then said that a deal would have to be something that would attract a significant amount of Republicans both in the House and the Senate. And when asked more about it, he said the natural instinct for Senate Republicans is to oppose anything bigger than $500 billion, or just oppose anything that Democrats put forth. And same thing with the Democrats. Anything that the Democrats put forth or anything that the Republicans put forth, naturally, instinctively, Democrats are going to oppose. So still Democrats, Republicans on two different pages. And if you appreciate the time, energy, and research that went into making this video, hit the like button down below. So moving on, Mark Meadows was asked yesterday about what's going on with the negotiations. He then said the Senate Republicans have been very vocal in terms of their lack of support of a number that isn't even close to what the president has already supported at the $1.8 trillion mark. So the President Trump, has said that he wants bigger amounts of stimulus, more than the Republicans, more than the Democrats. The Democrats is at $2.2 trillion. President Trump consistently saying almost every day he wants it bigger. He said, I want to do it bigger than Pelosi wants. That was his most recent statement on Sunday. But unfortunately, President Trump doesn't have any control over the Senate Republicans. There's nothing he could do about that. Which is the reason why Senate Republicans are doing their own version of a skinny stimulus bill. So Mitch McConnell's $500 billion skinny stimulus bill bill is going for vote on Tuesday to get $146 billion from the first CARES Act and then use that for their own stimulus bill, which is going to vote on Wednesday, which is the $500 billion. So we just got details on what is in this $500 billion deal. If you want, you could pause the screen right here. I'm not going to go over everything. I'll just touch upon a few of the important details. Basically, it's going to be liability protection, which is going to protect the businesses for anything COVID related so that anyone can't sue the business. The businesses are protected in that sense. More money for the Paycheck Protection Program. There's going to be unemployment, which is actually surprising that they want unemployment. It's going to be $300 per week, and it's going to go until the end of December 27th. That is probably my favorite part of the bill, which is $300 per week. I'm actually surprised they agree on that type of thing. Then it's going to be $10 billion for the U.S. Postal Service. And then it's going to be, they're going to extend the deadline for the appropriation money, which is the money for the big federal budget. It's going to be extended until September of 2021. Also, more money for vaccines and therapeutics. So that's what's in the Republican skinny bill. Obviously, no stimulus checks. They are not in favor of stimulus checks whatsoever, which is the reason why they're going to pass this. They want to pass something now rather than nothing never. Let me know your thoughts on this Republican skinny stimulus bill. It's not the best for the people. It doesn't have as much as the 1.8 trillion or the 2.2 trillion, but is it something to pass now? Let me know your thoughts. Moving on, a Goldman Sachs economist is saying that if Democrats win the Senate, that there will be more stimulus. Not necessarily the case. So regardless of who wins the presidential election, who wins the Senate, we may not even see any stimulus money until February, depending on how the administrations play out and how the chips fall after the election. So even if they decide to have stimulus, with all the upheaval in the government, nothing may happen until February, which is really sad news. Moving on to COVID news. So it seems that President Trump isn't happy with Dr. Fauci again. He said that people are tired of hearing Fauci and all these idiots who got it wrong. Basically, this is in reference to what's going on with COVID numbers. This is in the United States. So as we see the other day on October 16th, we had 70,000 cases reported, and we've been pretty much hovering above 50,000. And if we look, we're almost past the peak of the second spike that we had back in mid-July. So it went down a little bit and it's going back up. And that is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To cheer up your mood a little bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
The one thing for the tip of the day, be glad what you have, because I might not be there, because that if you really wanted something and now you don't like it, you have to take a chance what you had before, because I might not be there. So that's the last tip of the day that I wanted to give. Bye, it's Bella.
And don't forget to take advantage of some free money opportunities. If you sign up through Webull, you get 2 free stocks. Sign up through Robinhood, you get a free stock. If you sign up through North One Bank, you deposit $50, you get $75. I have a lot more of these other free money deals down in the description below. Also, if you want to learn some of the 8 Lessons for Success by Dwayne Johnson, who is The Rock, I recommend clicking this video over here. I just published it on my Wise Vibes channel. That channel is all about motivation and inspiration. So if you're ever feeling down, I highly recommend go check out that channel. Click this video now and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.